what's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another pick a card reading with me today, or pick a group reading, I guess. But yeah, today we have a good reading today. Um, Before I get into the reading, just want to thank the inspiration behind this reading today. One of my lovely subscribers gifted me with the Was Blocking You deck here. So you know who you are. Thank you so much for this gift. And if any one of you would also like to donate to my channel, the Amazon list and Cashapp and all that stuff is in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you are feeling called to do so. Um, but yeah, again, thank you so much for the deck. Um, I've just been kind of spending the past few days kind of getting to know it a little bit more and reading through all the different cards and beautiful imagery. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, I figured why not just do a whole reading about that topic, what's blocking love for you. So today we're going to be looking into what is blocking your love life, or what's blocking your love life. So we have three groups here. So group number one here with this pack of cinnamon incense. Group number two here with this pack of dragon's blood incense. And group number three here with this pack of rose incense, natural rose at that. Um, but yeah, three groups. Make sure you are choosing with your intuition, so that way you choose the group that will resonate with you the best. Feel free to choose more than one group if you feel called to do so. But again, group one, group two, group three. And when you're ready to go to your reading, you can check out the description box below, or check out the comment section, and the timestamps will be pinned there. So again, group one, group two, group three. I will see y'all at y'all's designated reading. Peace out. All right, what's good, group number one? For those of y'all who are drawn to this cinnamon incense here, this is going to be your reading today. Going to be looking into what is blocking love for y'all. Let's go ahead and hop in. All right, spirit guys, this is for group number one. Group number one. What is blocking love for group number one? What's blocking love for group number one? Okay. So you got the Emperor that came out, and the first thing that kind of came to my mind, and it's funny that this came out, was I heard the word stubborn. So some of you may be, their stubbornness may have something to do with like a block or blocking in some type of way. You got Two of Pentacles. What else? What else? What's blocking love for group number? Okay. The Emperor, Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, Five of Swords. And then Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with the Emperor, because he's really, really calling out to me with his fine ass. Um, One thing I feel like is blocking, because the Emperor can talk about, especially paired up with the Two of Pentacles, but the Emperor talks about like that divine masculine energy. Um, but it also can talk about, because that divine masculine energy is very much, at least to me, about organization, foundation, um, kind of that dominant type of energy here. Um, so what's kind of calling out to me with this energy of like what's blocking love for you, this feels more internal. It feels like, so I want to take my time with these messages. I don't want to like rush this reading, because this is a pretty important topic. But for me, this Emperor energy, especially again compared with this Two of Pentacles, it just feels like a seesaw type of energy. It's like one minute you feel on top of the world, one minute you feel, um, confident and in your power, and you're really feeling yourself, and then another minute you're kind of not. Which is normal. I don't want you to feel like that's something that's abnormal or something that something that is like a super huge problem or issue for you. But I feel like in terms of like what's blocking love for you is it feels like this seesaw energy. You may carry this into your relationships or connections or even potential connections. And with this Five of Swords energy, the other party may view you as a and I'm so sorry to say it, but like the other party may view you as like a bit fake or phony in a sense. Like there's a deceptive energy here, and I feel like, and it's not that you are fake at all. I just feel like you're somebody who you have a lot of layers to you, a lot of aspects to you. I'm picking up very like neurodivergent energy here. So you may be autistic, ADHD. We're definitely picking up autism here, or autism spectrum disorder. And, um, with that, it just feels like, um, again, like one moment you can be really into something, and the next moment you're not. What is that called? It's like, I think it's called lumerance. Lumerance, I think that's the word, where you kind of like obsess over something or even someone for a little while, and then, once that obsession ends, you're just not interested anymore. That may be, one thing that may be blocking you as well is, just kind of inconsistency, when it comes to, your potential partners or even like crushes you may have. But again, kind of going back to this Five of Swords energy, it feels like, you know, potential suitors may, that may kind of run them off a little bit, as far as like, one moment you may seem like you're really interested in somebody, and maybe the next moment, um, it may seem like you're not. And it's not that you're not interested in that person or not, um, like, yeah, it's not that you're not interested in that person. It's just more so of like your energy is always changing, you're always fluctuating. You're not someone who mopes on, the three cups that have spilled over. You're quite optimistic and quite charismatic. So, you're not always looking at the three cups that have spilled over. You're kind of like a problem solver. You automatically kind of look at the brighter side of things. It doesn't take you long to notice the two cups behind you. So again, like your energy is always fluctuating. You're always changing. You're always evolving, and it's almost like these potential suitors. don't know how to handle that. I just feel like what's blocking love for you is like you haven't really met someone just yet who can handle that. I'm just being honest. Like you haven't met somebody who can handle, how transformative you are and how complex you are as a human being and as an individual, as a soul having this human experience. Like you're wanting to experience many things. You're wanting to experience multiple things. Two of Pentacles energy talks about multiple priorities. So it's like your energy just feels like everywhere, and not in like a negative or bad way. It's just more so of a again, like you're just experiencing life. You're just living life. You're just doing you. You're just taking on things, and again, you're just doing you. I feel like there's nothing malicious on your end, but again, you just may attract people who just can't keep up with you. So I feel like what's blocking love. Maybe there's a need for you with this Emperor energy, especially with Emperor and the King of Swords energy. There's a need to kind of reel it in and find a focal point, or find something to focus on. Because again, your energy just feels a little bit scattered. Group number one, just being honest. So I feel like the advice here is with Emperor energy is about organization, structure. So there's a strong need for you to implement structure into your life, or at least into your love life, that you may struggle a little bit with doing. Because again, you just may be all over the place, which is fine. I wouldn't mind that, but I feel like the partner that you're meant to attract in your life, they may not be that way. You may, honestly, you may end up like with someone who's very neurotypical, compared to your neurodivergent, which is great. Like everybody needs that that type of balance in their life with the Two of Pentacles. But again, it just feels like you just haven't met someone yet who can handle those layers and aspects of you that make up who you are. Because you may even have people who call you like bipolar, or crazy, but it's not that you're bipolar or crazy. I mean, you might be, I don't know. But again, you're just a very complex and dynamic individual. You're not a one dimensional person. You're not a one trick pony. You know, you you're just somebody who has a lot of, again, just different layers to you that make up who you are. And you're also a very resilient individual here as well. But I feel like another thing with, that may be blocking love for you, is maybe you not, especially with this Five of Swords energy, you may, be so used to kind of going at things on your own that you may not always allow others to help you or allow others in. So that may be something that could be blocking love for you as well, is allowing others in emotionally. Because I'm seeing this sword energy, fire energy, earth energy. Even though you have this Five of Cups here, it's just not a whole lot of emotion here. It's a lot more logic and practicality. So I feel like what may be blocking is a need to bring in those emotions and to allow yourself to feel emotions, and allowing yourself to be emotional with others as well. So there may be a bit of a heart chakra blockage here. Maybe if we want to work with serpentine, is really good for that. Rose quartz is also really good. Um, Maybe even meditating with those crystals, or even cinnamon incense. Cinnamon is really good for that also. But yeah, I just feel like at least to me, it's not really big, huge deal. But I feel like, your spirit team is just wanting you to, kind of reel it in, to be prepared for when your person does come in, because it may be a deal breaker for them. Um, you may not be as emotionally available as you may think you are. Because again, it just feels very analytical here, very practical. Your moon sign may be in the air or earth sign here. You may be just very analytical when it comes to your feelings and emotions. You don't always feel it. You just kind of move past it with this Five of Cups energy, which is great, a great quality to have. But again, that's one thing that may be blocking love for you. Okay, now on to this good old deck here. The What's Blocking You deck. So Spirit Guys, this is for group number one. What's blocking love for group number one? What's blocking love for group number one? Okay, this fell. What's blocking love for group number one? Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you got mixed signals. You don't let others know you are interested. Flirt and be approachable. Yeah, like I said before, it's like your energy kind of fluctuates at times. Sometimes and that was that two of Pentacles energy I was picking up. Like sometimes you may show that you're really, really, excuse me, excuse me. Ooh, sometimes you may show that you're really, really invested in someone, and then like the next interaction you have, you may be a little bit closed off, or you may throw out mixed signals. So definitely, I feel like it's just a bit of a seesaw energy here, and it's like you haven't. It's hard for some people to keep up with you because it just this energy feels like a bit of a wall. You may have a bit of a wall up. You don't think you do, because I'm picking up you don't think you do, group number one, but you do. And it's not to be offensive to you or anything, but it's just the energy that I am picking up. Yeah, demanding. You set impossible standards for your partners to meet. Be less demanding. It's great, especially with this Emperor and King of Swords. You have standards, you have expectations, you are firm in those, but you need to kind of lighten up a little bit. With this eye candy energy here, it's almost like life is too short. Especially with eye candy and age issues. Like life is too short to not allow others in or not to trust others. So this to me feels like a need to let people in, but also being consistent with those people as well. It just almost feels like you are not consistent with your emotions. So you got eye candy, beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. Yeah, and this goes with demanding here. And it's not to say that you can't have your own like expectations when it comes to like the partner that you're wanting to attract. However, like it says here with demanding, like you know some of your standards may be a little too high. And I feel like there's a difference between standards and expectations. Um, to me, standards is kind of like, um, what's an example? I feel like standards are negotiable, expectations are non negotiable. And so I feel like, you have strong expectations, which are great, and those expectations are aligned with your values, your visions, what you the things that you want out of a relationship, things like loyalty, love, and respect, things that are like duh, like you gotta have this in a relationship. Unless you're in that kinky shit and you like the dominant submissive type of stuff. But I just feel like, with expectations are great, but you may have certain standards that it's just a little bit difficult for certain, suitors to meet. Some of you with age issues here, it says you feel too old or young to date or have issues with your partner's age. So some of you, you may be meant to date someone who's maybe a little bit older than you or maybe a little bit younger than you. And you may have certain like standards around that, but there may be a need to kind of move past those standards. Especially with this Emperor energy popping up here and this King of Swords, this feels very like mature and older. So you may be a little bit older, or your person is older than you. But you may be expecting to be with somebody like at the same age as you. But I feel like that is not the case for this collective here. Just being honest with y'all, I feel like you're meant to be with someone who's a bit of an age difference than you. Please take what resonates with that. We don't want, I, do not encourage or condone any like underage or anything like that. So please don't do that. Don't even watch my channel if you're into shit like that. But yeah, I just feel like there's something regarding physicality that you may that may that you may block others off regarding. Seeking perfection. I don't know why I kept on reading protection. Like, why was I getting that? Seeking protection. Am I dyslexic? Dang. Okay. Seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. I didn't even read this card before I talked about like the demanding. So yeah, you have a lot of standards that you're not budging on, and I feel like you need to budge on those standards. I'm just gonna be honest. That's really the gist of what I'm getting from these cards here. You have standards that you need to start being a little bit more negotiable on. Which again, I'm not, shaming you or guilting you or anything like that. It's great that you have these standards. It's great that you, you know what you want and you know what you don't want. But again, if you're wanting to clear these blockages that's blocking your love life, you're going to have to learn to be a lot more open. Yeah, open to new partners, open to new types of partners as well. You may have a specific one specific type that you want, and that may just not be what you need. So instead of attracting what you want, maybe start focusing more on what you're needing in your life. What is it out of a relationship or out of a romantic connection, whether romantic or even platonic? What is it out of that connection that you're wanting to get out of it? What lessons are you wanting to learn? So relationships should be a reflection of you. It shouldn't, just be, oh, we're in love and married and all of that, but what are you learning from this connection? How are you growing with this person? Do you want to grow with this connection? Are you just wanting something with just physical attraction? Are you wanting, energetic attraction as well? And if you are wanting energetic attraction, understanding that, that will come with its own lessons and, teachings that you're needing to learn or get out of it. So I feel like, just getting crystal clear on what you are wanting in your life, and just again, just learning to be open and a little bit more negotiable when it comes to, potential suitors and partners that may come into your life. Again, it's great that you have these expectations, but let's start to be a little bit more flexible when it comes to the standards that you may have. Um, but group number one, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. All right, what's good? Group number two, for those of y'all who are drawn to the Dragon's Blood incense here, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be looking into what is blocking love for you. For group number two, Spirit Team, what is blocking love for group two? What's blocking love for group number two? Two of Swords. What's blocking love? Wheel of Fortune. What's blocking love for group number two? Two of Disc. Okay. Can I get one more? Just one more? What's blocking love? And the Nine of Wands. Okay, I'm kind of getting a very, very clear message here. Um, yeah, okay. Um, I feel like for you, group number two, and it's funny you got two here, two here. Um, you may not know exactly what you want. Just being honest with y'all, you may not be crystal clear on exactly what you're wanting to manifest for yourself regarding love. Um, so I'm getting more so Wheel of Fortune in reverse energy, which is more of like a stagnant energy, delays, setbacks. And I feel like with that compared with the Nine of Wands here, you've experienced a lot of delays and a lot of setbacks in your love life. Or for many of you, you've been single for a really, 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 really long time. You may have dated, here and there, but as far as like a committed relationship, you may not have had that for a really long time. For some of you, up to 9 years, um, between 2 to 9 years for some of you. Um, However, with the Wheel of Fortune popping up, it was for a reason. Things didn't work out in the past for a specific reason. And I'm being drawn to like my understanding of what dating is. Dating is for you to get to know yourself. When people say, "Oh, I date for marriage," or "I date to get married," it kind of gives me the ick because it's like, at least for me, I'm a little bit biased towards it. If other people have other perceptions of it, that's fine. But to me, dating is strictly just to get to know yourself and learning like what you want in a connection and what you don't want in a connection. And unfortunately, sometimes when it comes to these dating experiences, you may discover that due to how that connection or dating experience turns out. So if you're dating someone and that person, um, let's say you're on a date with that person and you notice that person's on their phone the whole time, that feeling you may get of maybe abandonment, or maybe feeling like, oh, they're not paying attention to me, or they're more interested in this than that, or maybe they're talking to other people and not me. That's your inner self saying, okay, I don't like this because obviously I'm feeling a way about it and I don't like this. Um, so now I know this about myself, and so again, like that's the purpose of dating, is to go through certain experiences to know, to figure and know, like, okay, I like this in a connection or I don't like this. I like when my partner does this. I don't like when my partner does this. Um, so again, like that's kind of, the arena that you've been in for the past couple of years for many of you. Um, and because of these experiences, and I feel like for many of you, you've really learned through these experiences in your life. But there's a bit, especially with this 901's energy, there's a bit of a jaded energy here. You may feel a little bit jaded towards your past connections, but I feel like what your spirit team wants you to start doing is being more grateful for those experiences. Now, sure, you may have had your fair share of fuck boys or fuck girls around here, but when you truly look at those connections, not as something that was happening against you, but something that was for your betterment and for your highest good, you will understand, like, okay, if I hadn't gone through this experience, or if I hadn't dated this person who treated me this way, I wouldn't know what I deserve or don't deserve in a connection or in a relationship. So there's a bit of a perspective shift happening in your life, or have been happening in your life. Um, and this perspective shift is starting to show you, um, or to help you to get out of this indecisive energy with this Two of Swords. So you're learning, again, like what you want and what you don't want. But as far as like what's blocking love, again, like you're in that energy of figuring out what you want and what you don't want. I know I've repeated that a million times, but again, that's just the energy that I am really tapped into right now. Um, hmm. Yeah, Prince of Swords, which is I'm not swords, Prince of Disc here, which is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. To me, slowest moving card in general in the deck. Um, but this is the slow and steady wins the race type of card here. He has very, very clear intentions on what he's wanting, or wanting to go after and cultivate for himself. So again, I feel like that's the energy that you are, stepping into. Is it may be a slow journey. Your love life may not, pop off. And I'm just being honest. I'm not one of those readers that's gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna meet your person tomorrow," and I'll, don't lie to me. That's that bullshit energy. Bull, funny. But anyway, but I feel like your love life is more so of a slow and steady wins the race. I feel like it's going to be well worth it when you do finally, are able to be in a relationship with your person. But I feel like don't what maybe another thing that may be blocking it is like you may be finding yourself a little bit impatient. Now, yes, with this 9 of Wands, which is the wounded warrior, you've gone through a lot. You've experienced a lot of shit. You've experienced a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of delays, a lot of setbacks. I just heard abuse for somebody here. You've gone through the ringer when it comes to your love life, group number two. But again, however, here, these experiences have solidified for you, like, and starting to make things clear on what you are wanting and what you don't want in a romantic connection here, in a romantic relationship. Oh, I love this. So underneath the Prince of Disc is the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. Um, so Knight of Cups, I'm picking up reversal energy from this one. Knight of Cups in reverse is a bit of a manipulative energy. Um, So somebody here, you may tend to be in that victim mentality or that woe is me type of approach, or when you're talking to people, and that may be something that's a turnoff to potential suitors. Is kind of, again, being in that, like, oh, everybody's doing this to me, or I'm the victim and everybody else is the problem. And you may do that as a bit of a, it may not be a conscious thing, but it may be a bit of a subconscious, kind of a manipulation tactic almost. Again, whether it's conscious or subconscious, I feel like many of you may do that. And that may be something, again, that's a bit of a turn off for many people. Hmm. Okay. I want to go onto this deck here. So this is the What's Blocking You deck. So Spirit Guides, what's blocking love for group number two? What is blocking love for group number two? Yeah, you may have a bit of a sad boy, sad girl type of thing that you do, or kind of a bit to kind of maybe elicit like pity from others. And that's not for everybody, it's just for somebody here. What's blocking love for group number two? This one really wanted to come out. I don't know if y'all saw it on camera. I don't even know if it was on camera. But I actually ended up putting this one back, but it just flipped right on back out. Wow, okay. This one came out. Anything else? Maybe one more? Okay, two more. Fine, Spirit, fine. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have past trauma. You need to take time for yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on. Yeah, like I said before, like y'all have like your past, when it comes to your love life, has been, a lot of ups and downs, and it may have caused, a few of you to become a little bit jaded, towards new love, or towards people who may, want to court you or come in. But you may have a bit of a wall up with this Nine of Wands energy. There's a little bit of a wall up, especially again with that Knight of Cups energy here, and this pent up anger. So and hiding feelings and retreating here. Um, Again, there's a bit of a jaded energy. You may feel a bit jaded when it comes to your love life, because of how things did not work out for you in the past with this Wheel of Fortune energy here. Um, And some of you, you're like, oh, I'm over that, I'm over them, or I'm over this experience. But I feel like you're just kind of saying that, but you're not, but you haven't actually done the work to heal from that. Um, so I feel like there may be a need with this retreating energy here to do that inner work and to truly, face those, inner demons, or those um, inner conflicts, that you may have, experience of experiences that you've gone through in the past. Um, because I'm now picking up, like, I don't know if any of you have ever seen the Vampire Diaries. I'm actually watching it now. Um, I'm on season, I think, 6 now. I'm watching it for the first time all the way through. It's really, really good. I highly suggest you watch it if you haven't. But anyway, um, there's a scene in there where one of the characters, her name is Elena, and she's really gone through the ringer when it comes to her love life, Especially, and it's funny you got the Two of Swords because she was dealing with two different guys, which were actually brothers. Very weird storyline. But there's a part all the way I'm actually getting to the part now in season six, to where she's trying to like, and she's a vampire, and she's trying to get another vampire to compel her to like erase her memory of one of the brothers who she fell in love with, but that brother died, and it's hard for her to get over his death, and so she feels like, okay, well, let me just erase my memory of him because that's going to help me to get over his death. And the guy, which is one of her like really close mentors or somebody who she considers family, he's trying to like help her to pinpoint like the where what point in her life did she actually fall in love with him, so that way he can go in and like change those memories. um, but like they're going through different memories that she's had with him, and he's like, no, that doesn't work because that's not the moment you fell in love with him. And she's telling him different other scenarios, and he's like, no, that's not the moment either. I can't help you if you're not being honest with yourself about when you fell in love with him. And it finally gets to a point to where she realizes like, okay, being honest with myself, I actually fell in love with this with this other guy when I was actually already in a relationship with his brother. Weird storyline, very weird. um but it's like she couldn't heal from it, or heal from this death or this experience, because she wasn't being honest with herself. She wasn't being honest with the root cause of these feelings and emotions that she has towards him, or when it started. And so that's kind of the energy that you're in. You're not, some of you are just not being honest with yourself regarding um, you know, whether you're over something or not, or maybe it's over someone or not. Again, there's a bit of a jaded energy here that you're needing to kind of really, really be honest with yourself about, and really, really work through, in order for you to, just moving, like it says here, past traumas, to move past that trauma, heal from it, and start to attract those partners in your life who are who's for you. Um, but also understanding like, no matter who you attract in your life with the seeking perfection card here, and also changing them. Um, I'm gonna put those together. No matter who you attract into your life, you have to understand that that person is a individual. They're a human being. They have had their own experiences in life. They have their own upbringing, their own ups, their own downs. Um, that makes up who they are. So understanding that nobody's perfect. um so being open to other people, like you're wanting people to accept your flaws, but you may not be open to accepting other people's flaws. um it's almost like, again, you're wanting perfection out of a relationship. You're wanting a connection or a relationship that you have no problems and no issues, and everything's just peaches and creams and everything's perfect. But you're fooling yourself, group number two. And just being honest, not trying to sound mean or anything, but you're fooling yourself. um but again, by not being honest with yourself, and also maybe not being honest with others, over certain expectations or standards that you may have. um So, one thing that you may do in relationships is you try to change them, like it says here, changing them. But it says here on the card, trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Um, but again, it's like you're wanting people to accept you for who you are, but you're not fully accepting them for who they are. Especially considering other people's flaws. You may see somebody's flaw or something that you that may give you a bit of an ick, and you may run. You may have a bit of a avoidant, personality here, to where like your first sign of like bullshit that you see or pick up or smell, you're gone. And I feel like that flighty energy is something that could be blocking you here as well. So just being open to just again new experiences, new people. So I feel like whoever you are attracting into your life, the person who you're meant to be with, they're going to be a little bit different than you. Whether different externally, different internally. And I feel like what is it, the lesson or the test here almost is to see, are you going to let your guard down or not? Because again, many of you have such a high wall up, and that motherfucker is on fire. Like your wall around you is on fire. Pent up anger here, um, and it's hard for people to get through, because it's like you're looking for one specific type of person or one specific type of individual. Um, and I feel like that goes with the clarity on like you being clear on what you're wanting or not. And I feel like if you only have one type of person, like you're not really clear, especially if it's based off of like physicality or something external. But you may not be clear on what you're wanting out of somebody internally. It feels like you're more so focused externally versus where you need to be focused, which is internal. Okay. Anything else from this spirit? So you got hiding feelings and pent up anger. So it says you need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. And then pent up anger is you have unresolved feelings from your past that makes you resentful towards others. Um, and I haven't really read the bottom parts of these. I've only been reading the top parts. So I'm glad that these both resonate with what I've been saying. But this kind of goes with past trauma here. Again, like there's something or someone that you haven't fully worked through or healed from, and it's just kind of pent up. It's kind of staying stagnant or dormant within your body, and you haven't truly released it. So maybe like a cord cutting ritual could be significant for many of you here. Seeing 222, seeing the color red here as well. Seeing the color blue. But definitely, if you need to do a cord cutting ritual, please do that. So I feel like that can be something really, really helpful for you, to help you to release. Because again, there's a need to release. You're holding on to something. You're holding on to energy and emotions that you're needing to let go of. And it doesn't always have to be related to just romance. It can be a platonic relationship. It can be a work relationship. It can be school relationship. Like it can be anything. Again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. But again, there's something you're kind of holding on to that you are needing to release this blockage here and get the wheel of fortune going back, spinning around in your favor. All right, group number 2. These are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. All right, last but not least, group number 3. For those of y'all who are drawn to this rose, natural rose incense, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into what is blocking love for you. So spirit guides, angels, benevolent, and venerated ancestors, this is for group number 3. We're looking into what's blocking love for group 3. What's blocking love for group number 3 For group three, what is blocking love for group number three, Spirit? Interesting. Hmm. Okay, so you got the Fool, the Sun, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands. Then at the bottom of the deck, you got the Empress, and at the bottom of that, you got the Magician. This is a lot of major arcana. Okay. Hmm. There's a bit of a, I don't want to say immature, because it's not immature energy. Is a bit of a, um, because the Fool in reverse, even though this is upright, I'm picking up more reversal energy from it. It's a bit of a impulsive, a little bit of a reckless type of energy. And then you got that with the Queen of Swords here. Um, for some of you, what may be blocking you is a little bit of like your actions and also your words. It may be your mouth, and not in a good way. Um, I feel like with you, group number three, you're, for one, you're just not one to fuck with. Like, you're just not one. People can't really get anything over you. Like, you're very, very intuitive. You're very on it. Um, so for some of you with this Six of Wands energy, you just may intimidate partners or potential partners. Yeah, there's a bit of an intimidating energy here. Um, Again, it's not immaturity, it's not childishness or anything like that. Um, and it's not even necessarily that you're reckless or impulsive. It's just more so of like you do what needs to be done and you say what needs to be said. And you may have partners or potential people who may even want to approach you or court you who, again, who may find you intimidating, group number three. Even though I don't think nothing's wrong with that, like at all. But um, to these potential partners, again, you're just, to them, you may not, you may come off as a bit intense. Um, Now, with this sun energy, I feel like you're actually a really cool individual. Like, you're very cool, calm, and collected, but you just don't fuck around. You may be very, you have a very soft side to you. Like, you're like, when people actually get to know you and actually experience your energy and talk to you and actually, get to know you instead of just making assumptions, um, they adore you. They love your energy. You have such a light to you, group number three. Um, but because of like certain experiences that you've gone through in your life, it's caused you to be in this Queen of Swords energy to where you can easily slice and dice people with your words like that. Like, you don't fuck around like at all. But again, like, that's something that intimidates people, especially those coming in. And it's not everybody. I don't want you to, because some of you may feel like, oh, this person wanting to talk to me, they probably just want to get in my pants, or they just want to, um, you know, bullshit around. You may have this thing with you that's a little untrusting of, like, you may not trust people or trust people's intentions all the time. But your spirit guides also want you to know that, like, that's not even most people. Like, you can trust most people who are approaching you, group number three. Now, sure, there may be a few energy vampires and people who just want to kind of siphon your light, but this bit of a jaded energy that you may have, or a guarded energy that you may have, it may, again, it just comes off as a bit intimidating to, potential suitors, or those who want to be in your life or in your energy. Now, it's great that you're protective over your energy. It's great that you know don't allow just anybody into your energy. But one thing that may be blocking you is that you may not let anybody in, and that's that's where one of those blockages kind of come from. Now, also with this Six of Wands energy, another a blockage in love that you may have is you may have to, like, high of standards. Six of Swords, I mean Six of Wands and Queen of Swords energy together, you may have super high standards that's a little impossible for people to meet. Now, in group, you may have been drawn to group number one. If so, definitely check that one out. But one thing I talked about in group number one was like the difference between like standards and expectations. So to me, standards are negotiable, while expectations are a little, non-negotiable. So you may have really high standards when it comes to, love and partners, and it's okay to have expectations as far as, like, wanting someone to be loyal and respectable, and kind of more of those internal attributes to them. But your standards, you may have high standards as far as maybe like materialistic things. Maybe you're wanting just someone who's a millionaire, or somebody who's making six figures, or somebody who's rich and wealthy. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that for yourself or wanting that from your life, but you're not leaving much room for the universe to act. Because you may, your person may be someone, even though right now they may not make a whole lot of money, but maybe that person is destined to be a billionaire, a little bit later on in their life. So it's almost like you're not willing to, go along with that journey with that person. So again, it's like you have high standards, and these high standards is causing you to miss out on, great connections with people or partners, who will treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, and provide for you the way that you deserve to be provided for. But it's like you're taking things, or you're seeing things at face value. It's what is the phrase? Judging a book by its cover. You may be a little bit judgmental. Um, yeah, and many of you may even pride yourself on, oh, I'm not judgmental, or I'm so accepting and I'm so loving. And while, yes, that may be very, very true, um, but I am picking up, you may have these implicit biases when it comes to, potential suitors, or suitors who may try to approach you, wanting more, wanting more with you. Um, but yeah, again, it's great to have, expectations out of your partners, but your standards may be a little bit too high. Group number three, I'm just being honest, it may be a little too high here. Um, so kind of reel it back a little bit, and kind of reevaluate, your standards and whether they are negotiable or not. And even deciding, like, is this a standard or is this an expectation? Hmm. Okay, let's get some cards from this deck here. This is the What's Blocking You deck. Thank you, thank you, thank you, lovely subscriber, for um, gifting me with these. So, Spirit Guys, for group number three, what's blocking love for group number three? What's blocking love for group number three? How many is this? Two. Can I get maybe another two. Okay. So at the bottom here, you have everyone leaves. Choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. So this feels like for me like vulnerability, vulnerable, vulnerability. So allowing yourself to be vulnerable with new people coming in, because I feel like you are attracting new partners and new yeah, with this full energy you're attracting new connections in your life. Like this is actively happening in your life. You're actively manifesting this, partners and people who are of your highest good, whether it's romantic or platonic. So I'm picking up both. I feel like you're attracting soul family and very successful connections in your life. Again, like both romantic and platonic. Like you're attracting soul family into your life, which is great. But I feel like the advice here is like, again, like don't don't have too high of standards. Like allow yourself to love and to be loved, and allow yourself to for others to get to know you and for you to get to know others as well. Like open yourself up. Group number three. So this may be a bit of a heart chakra expansion here. You need to kind of open yourself up on a more emotional and heart level here, because I'm not seeing many. I don't see any cup energy or any water energy here. So I feel like what's missing from here is emotion. So just again, just allowing yourself to be open to new people and new experiences, because again, you just feel a little bit closed off to that because of past experiences that you've had with people, maybe starting off the connection or relationship one way and fully invested, and then it kind of dying off a little bit later on. Okay, you got demanding. I can't make this up, y'all. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. So yeah, like what I was saying before, like you have really high standards, and while that's great to have standards, it's you have too many deal breakers. Yeah, you have too many deal breakers. Group number three, and you're needing to again like reel that in a little bit and understand that like you're manifesting a human being. You're manifesting a individual. So yes, you may have certain expectations out of that person, but also like this person is a individual. They have their own values, their own beliefs, their own experiences, their own background. Like this is somebody coming to you who has their own life. So just be open to that and be understanding of that, and not assume that people coming in are going to hurt or harm you, and also not assuming that people are just going to drop their entire like the entirety of who they are as an individual just to fit the mold that you want to squeeze them in. It's almost a little hypocritical on your end. Also, group number three, because you may have had people who did that to you, forcing you into a bit of a box or labeling you when you didn't want to. And it's almost like you're kind of doing the same thing to potential, connections in your life. Again, whether it's romantic or platonic, again, you just have bit high standards, and you just need to just chill out on that a little bit. Burned out, you feel emotionally burned out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. Yeah, and that's what I was picking up. Like you're missing cup energy here. You're missing that water, that emotional energy here. And this, kind of explains this for me. You've given a lot of yourself to others. You've given a lot of yourself to other people, situations, even work for somebody here as well. You may feel burned out from work, or you may do a lot regarding your job or in your career. You may be so burnt out from putting your focus into your career or your finances that you may have a hard time being fully present in, you know, connections with others, whether it's family, friends, or romantic partner, because you just feel a little bit burnt out from your career here or your job. Um, so if you can take a little bit of vacation, take that. If you need a little FMLA, take that. If you need a little bit of, a mental health day or something like that, please take that. If you got PTO, please use it. Group number three. Don't overexert yourself regarding a fucking job. Like, please don't do that. It's just a strong message I'm getting from this card here. Is, again, many of you, you're burnt out from your job, and it's causing you to not be fully present in love. Um, so that can be a blockage here. You're burning yourself out from job. And then expectations. When you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list. Want what's real. Y'all, I can't make this up. Literally, you're expecting too much, group number three. And it's great to have expectations, but you're expecting too much, and people are just not able to measure up. And you have this mindset of, well, I'm not budging, or I'm not. You're being stubborn, group number three. You're being really, really stubborn because you're not letting up on these expectations that you know is too much, and you're expecting, like, oh well, somebody's gonna come and somebody's going to, treat me like this, and somebody's gonna meet these expectations. But babe, no, they're not. I'm just being so honest with you. Like, stop being so fucking stubborn, group number three. Picking up that Taurus energy here. Picking up Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I'm picking up Cancer as well, especially if you're a Cancer masculine. Um, oh, excuse me. I'm also picking up Leo and Aries. But stop being so fucking stubborn, group number three. Like, you have to let some of this go. Like, you're carrying too much and you need to let it go. It's wearing you out. It's burning you out. You're burning yourself out by holding on to all these expectations and just being stubborn with letting it go. Like, you're going to tire yourself out, and you're not going to be in an energetic vibration to attract your partner into your life. You're going to keep on attracting scrubs and keep on attracting motherfuckers who are not going to treat you right because you're not even treating yourself right, you know? So, like like it says here, ditch your list. Want was real. And what's real is not, I want him to be tall with a beard, sure, that's hot, but he can be tall with a beard and could be abusive towards you, you know? Um, so, like, attract authenticity, like, attract a partner in your life who, you know, um, loves you the way that you deserve to be loved, and, takes care of you and protects you, and, more internal things. Don't worry about the external stuff. Worry about the internal things. What do you want internally out of your partner? And once you figure that out, then you're on the right track. But I feel like as of right now, you're just, again, holding on to too high standards and expectations here. Giving too much, you are depleted because, y'all, I can't make this up. That's crazy. You are depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. Yeah, you're giving too much of yourself to some other energy outside of you, whether this is work, family, other friends. I don't know, but it's like you're giving too much of yourself, and this you're burnt out. You're tired. Group number three. You're really, really tired. So there's a need for you to kind of rest and rejuvenate, and to really, take your power back because again, you're not pouring into yourself as much as you need to pour into yourself. With this Empress energy, she's the embodiment of the divine feminine. Like, she takes care of herself before she takes care of anybody else. Like, um, if you're gonna have high standards or high expectations, have that regarding how you treat yourself and not how you want somebody else to treat you. Yes, it's good to have those standards and expectations from how others treat you, but if you're not giving yourself that same love, that same energy, that same respect, then you can't expect somebody else to give that to you also. White birds can be significant here. Um, yeah, birds can be significant to you. Um, Something about ancestors. You may have a lot of your ancestors may communicate to you a lot using birds. So definitely check that out. Something about owls could be significant also. Something about Ouija boards. I'm seeing this little thing in her hand here, but it looks like the little chips that come with like a Ouija board. Not the chips, but the little thingy that they use to communicate. So that could be something significant to somebody here. Butterflies can be significant also. Something about transformations. But again, like, I feel like what's blocking love for you is just, again, like, too high standards and expectations, but also pouring too much into something outside of yourself when you need to be pouring into yourself. Showing yourself more self love and self respect, because it just feels like you haven't in a while, and you need to do so. All right, group number three. These are all the messages that I'm picking up for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out.